I went to work for 8 hours and came home to find my boyfriend had taken a sledgehammer to our rental apartment. I came home from work expecting a normal evening and instead walked into a demolition site. Half of our kitchen was gone, cabinets ripped off the walls, pipes exposed and dripping, and a hole so big I could see into the next apartment. My boyfriend was standing in the middle of all of it, covered in white dust, holding a sledgehammer like nothing was wrong. What the hell did you do? He swung the sledgehammer into what was left of the counter. The kitchen needed updating anyway. I lunged forward and grabbed the handle before he could swing again. Stop, we rent this apartment. He yanked it back. Relax, I know what I'm doing. I pointed at the gaping hole in the wall. You put a hole through to the neighbor's apartment. How is that knowing what you're doing? He set the sledgehammer down like I was being unreasonable. I watched tutorials. I know what I'm doing. I heard a groaning sound from the wall and one of the remaining cabinets ripped away from its screws and crashed to the floor. Water started spraying from one of the exposed pipes, and I scrambled to find the shutoff valve under the sink, which was now in pieces. I was on my knees and spreading water when I saw the shattered remains of my grandmother's china scattered across the floor. I started picking up the pieces with shaking hands. You're overreacting. I held up a broken shard. These were my grandmother's. He barely looked. I'll buy you new ones. I screamed. She's dead. These were all I had left of her and you destroyed them. He rolled his eyes. It's just dishes. I threw the shard at the wall. I shoved past him, yanking open drawers looking for anything to stop the water. The water was pooling around our feet and I couldn't find anything that would help. I heard yelling and turned to see our neighbor's face appear through the hole in the wall, his eyes wide as he watched water pour across our floor. What the hell is happening over there? My boyfriend didn't even look at him. Relax, it's just a small renovation project. The neighbor's face went red. I can see into your apartment. There's water everywhere. I already called the landlord and I'm going to make sure you never rent anywhere in this city again. I grabbed a towel from the bathroom and ran back to stuff it into the broken pipe. I'm so sorry, we'll pay for everything, I promise. My boyfriend crossed his arms and leaned against the one wall he hadn't destroyed. He's being dramatic. I whipped around to face him. Help me. He didn't move. You're the one who wanted to stop the water, so stop it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The neighbor pointed at him through the hole. I'll see you both in court. He disappeared and I finally got the water to slow to a trickle. I stood up soaking wet in the middle of our destroyed kitchen. What is wrong with you? I am trying to save us and you're just standing there. He shrugged because he's overreacting, just like you. There was a knock at the door. Our landlord walked in, took one look at the destruction, and his face went completely blank. You have 48 hours to get out. I'm suing you for the full cost of repairs, which I estimate at around $15,000. I stepped toward him with my hands up. Please, there has to be something we can work out. I just got home. I had nothing to do with this. The landlord shook his head. The lease is in both your names. You're both responsible. My boyfriend finally spoke. $15,000 seems excessive for some drywall and cabinets. The landlord stared at him. You destroyed a load-bearing wall, flooded 2 apartments, and caused structural damage that I'll need an engineer to assess. $15,000 might be conservative. My boyfriend shrugged. Still seems like a lot. The landlord looked at me with something like pity, and then left without another word. The door closed, and I stood there soaking wet in the middle of the rubble that used to be my home, facing eviction and a $15,000 lawsuit, and I still had no idea why any of this had happened. I turned to him. Why? Why would you do this? He sighed like I was the one exhausting him. I told you, I had a bad day. I waited. What happened? He looked at the floor. I got passed over for a promotion at work. There was no more. That's it? Are you kidding me right now? That's seriously it? He looked at me like I was the crazy one. What do you mean that's it? I've been working toward this promotion for 2 years. I looked down at the broken pieces of my grandmother's china floating in the puddle at my feet. You're making this about yourself when I'm the one who got screwed over today. I stared at him. If you really loved me, you would be asking if I'm okay instead of attacking me when I'm already down. His voice cracked like he was about to cry. He stepped toward me with his arms open. Maybe if you had been a better girlfriend, I wouldn't have needed to do this in the first place. I picked up my bag and walked out the door without saying another word.